Hey Alexia, how are you doing?
Hey, Foster, I'm fine. What about you?
I am doing great. We are at the lake, which is always nice.
Hi, Lodge.
That's a long story that we're not going to get into. Just a quick technical note. For some reason, this lake house is very, very old, and the air conditioning slash heating system, I don't really know how it works. So there might be some sounds in the background, and we'll just have to deal with that today.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah,
People can understand that.
yeah. Okay, so continuing with our topic of business English, talking about business and work and English and all of that combined today, Alexia, I want to talk about something that is very, very important to me, what I like to call the gig economy.
Yes, so I have the first question.
All right, shoot.
Gig, right?
What?
Gig, right?
There we go.
Okay, so what's the difference between gig and geek? Because they are, I don't know, when you're talking really fast, I
Mm-hmm.
always make my mind go to geek economy.
Yes. So, Alexia, some hard truth here. I think this is your biggest pronunciation mistake. This is the most important area of your English that you need to focus on. And you could, I don't know, maybe participate a little bit on the sound school section to do this because it really, really takes a lot of practice. I'm not saying that you haven't done it and worked on it, but I'm saying this sound in particular is especially hard.
Yes, it is. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're asking about two different words. The word geek, which is like a nerd, right? Or, a smart person can be a positive or negative thing. And then gig. Okay? Like a gigabyte.
So this last one, gig, is GIG, right?
Yes. And then geek would be GEEK.
Yeah.
Okay. So the difficult thing here for you is the E and the I sound, as always. So geek, like a nerd, is the E sound, which is the exact same sound as in Portuguese. Like E mais alguma coisa. Lunch E.
Geek.
Perfect. Gig, on the other hand, is a sound that does not exist in Brazilian Portuguese. It's the I sound.
Gig.
So the same sound as it. I like it. Can you say that?
I like it.
Perfect. Is.
Is
Yeah. His.
his
Gig.
gig.
Same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. After that slightly mean correction of Alexia, I'm sorry.
It was yes, it was
It's
me.
still early for me to be in pronunciation mode. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it's 11:30.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the gig economy. So, Alexia, do you know what the gig economy is? There are a lot of different names for this. A lot of people call it the creative economy. A lot of people call it, I don't know, the future of work.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I didn't know that creative creative economy was gig economy. I had no idea, so I studied as creative economy.
Okay. I mean, they can be different things depending on who you're talking to. When you think about the creative economy, what are you thinking about?
Well, um,
Like artist and that kind of thing?
yeah, it's a whole new way of doing economy. So you are it's you are your own boss. That's for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So very connected to the idea of the gig economy. So essentially, the way I think about it is the gig economy, whatever this new type of economy we are talking about, is essentially a fancy new way to define like freelancers, people that are self employed, entrepreneurs, contractors, anybody that does not have a typical 9 to 5 job with a company and benefits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is becoming more and more important because more and more people are now participating either partially or completely in this economy.
Like side jobs.
Yes. Yes. So I was reading a statistic, don't quote me on this, but I think 55% of Americans participate in the gig economy in some way. That means it could be a side job, like they have a professional job during the day, but they also drive Uber or something, or they rent out an Airbnb house or something like that. And I think 35% of Americans are completely in the gig economy. That means they do not have a boss, they don't work for a traditional company. They're
That's
like,
amazing.
yeah,
But could I say that contractors are from the oh my god, gig economy? Because I learned last night with you that contractors are terceirizados, right?
yeah, more or less. Yeah, same concept. Yeah, I would say definitely. Yeah, if you have a contract, I don't know how it works in Brazil, but most contractors, you know, you have a time limit and you don't have the same benefits as a full-time worker.
Contractors in Brazil, like terceirizados, you are from a company,
Hmm.
and another company hires this company to have your services.
Right, right. So in that case, there could be a third-party company that is contracting employees to do something for another company. Maybe those contractors are still receiving normal benefits from the other company. Does that make sense? But let's say if you are an independent contractor, like for a long time, I worked as an
Like
independent English teacher.
like freelancer.
Yeah. Yeah. Contractor, freelancer, not much of a difference in this case, at least.
Okay, so explain to me
Explain what?
what you want to talk about.
Oh, well, I thought there was a question that I had not answered. Are we clear more or less on what we were talking about with the gig economy?
Yeah.
Right? That more and more people, especially in the US, but all over the world, the idea of having a traditional, stable job with benefits, that typical 9 to 5 thing, that is becoming less and less of a reality. And the new reality is starting to look a lot different, with a lot of different side projects, some freelancing, some independent contracting, etc.
Perfect.
So you are good on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I just want to get your general opinions. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing?
Um, I think it's a good thing. A good thing. I mean, with Uber and Airbnbs and things like that, it gave people more options to work with other things and get more money with that, and without being like linked to a huge corporate office. So,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
Uber has a valuation of about $40 billion. So I would say
yeah,
that's a huge corporate thing.
yeah. But you do what you want to do. Like you work the hours that you want to, you work the days that you want to, and you get the money that you work from these days that you chose
Yeah,
to work.
absolutely. So I think we can do an entire episode talking about the pros, the positive things about the gig economy, and then an entire episode about the negative things, the drawbacks. But in general, I feel like you have the feeling that it's more positive than negative.
It depends because I'm looking at it as a single woman with no kids
But
to
single
raise.
woman.
You understood.
No, I
I'm
didn't.
not married. That's for sure.
Okay, you're in a relationship.
Yes, I am, with no kids and like no responsibility in that case. So
A
I can,
lot of dogs.
yeah, I can work for myself. I can work to have money for my living. I mean, but if I had a family with kids to raise and put in schools and a need of a good health care, I don't know if that would be the perfect choice.
Yeah, I think that is a great place to end it for today. Tomorrow we will talk about the positives, and then the day after that we'll talk about the negatives.
Okay.
Sound good?
And I'm not single, amor. I have you. You are my boyfriend.
Obrigado. Beijo.
Beijo.